Welcome to another edition of Crime Time with DutyRon. Outdoor version in the backyard. Fireplace not lit. It's kind of cold, but it's not lit yet. Guys, if you like all things true crime related from a police perspective, please consider hitting that thumbs up, subscribing to this channel, and sharing these videos that we do. Today, I just want to say a special thank you to the Patreon supporters, the channel members, and everyone who positively interacts in all of my live streams, whether it's an upload or a live stream. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Remember to go over to DutyRon.com and support the EquiSearch Midwest fundraiser that we're doing. Everything is on DutyRon.com. So I just want to say quickly thank you to everybody who leaves messages down below in the comment section and also sends me messages on the website. It's greatly appreciated and never necessary. Today's video, we're going to talk about Brian Laundries' parents. Who are they? What do they do for a living? What is going on with them? We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it right now. Brian Laundrie, 23 years old, went on a journey with his girlfriend at the time, Gabby Petito, on July 2nd of 2021. Left Long Island on a tour of the United States in a customized van. As we all know, it didn't end well for Gabby Petito, and it did, under all circumstances at this point, end okay for Brian Laundrie because he's on the run. He's out there and nobody knows where he is. And he's responsible wholeheartedly for the demise of Gabby Petito. And you know what? Really, at the end of all of this, his parents are the one who is responsible for bringing their son forward. Let me just adjust the microphone. Hold on a second. Let me put it up a little closer so you guys can hear me better. All right, I hope the audio is better. Somebody said the audio is a little low. Let me know in the comments if the audio is okay by putting a thumbs up or putting a 1 in the chat. If you can hear me okay. If you can't hear me okay, I'll try to pump it up somehow better. But I think this did the trick. I kind of brought it up on my shirt a little bit higher. A lot of number ones coming through. Thank you for that. Let me say quickly this. Brian's parents, okay, his father, Christopher Laundrie, 62 years old, and his mother, Roberta Laundrie, she's 55. So 62 on the dad, 55 on the mom. They are residents of Northport. They've been there for quite some time. And they also, according to tax documents, have and own a 10,000 square foot property in the area. Maybe in addition to their home, maybe this is also, it didn't appear that home in Northport was 10,000 square feet. I don't know, by a show of hands, who thinks that home everybody's camped out at their home in Wasabo Avenue I don't think that could be 10,000 square feet, but I could be wrong. But that's neither here nor there. They, in my eyes, they are, again, they're responsible for Gabby Petito's safety and well-being for two reasons. First and foremost, she lived with them. Gabby Petito resided with the Laundrie family for over 2 years. If you have somebody, thank you, Pete, thank you, Lieutenant Pete, if you have someone residing in your residence, this is my casa, this is my home, right? Someone comes here and is a girlfriend of one of my sons, and they're living here for 2+ years. She now becomes part of my family. I can tell you a story that when my son was a senior in high school, I took my family, which I do every year, to Aruba. His girlfriend at the time was 17, going on 18. Her father, who happens to be the fire commissioner of my town, he said to me, not only did he drive us in a fire department van to the airport, but he said to me, and his name happens to be Joe, he said to me, Ronnie, that's my baby. And if something happens to her when she's away with you on Aruba, you're responsible. And that's what he said to me back then. And she wasn't even living here. She was dating my son. I took her outside the country on a trip to Aruba. Guess what? I watched her like a hawk. She was my daughter for that weekend. And she was my daughter the whole time that she was dating my son. I watched after her. I told my son, when she leaves our house, you make sure you walk her to her car. You make sure she gets in her car okay. And you make sure that you keep your eyes on her. But that's a good person. That's what a good person does. And I'm not just pointing to me to say, look at me, I'm a good person. I'm just saying this is what most of all of us would do as parents, okay? So I brought my son's girlfriend along on a family trip to Aruba, and I made sure I watched that girl like a hawk. She didn't go anywhere without me watching her, you know? So, hey, Sam, good to see you. There's my son, Sam Buffington, checking in. My point of this, and I know I'm being a little dramatic about it right now, but my point of this is the Laundries, both Roberta and Chris Laundrie, had an obligation to call the Petito and Schmidt family the second the son came home on September 1st and say, hey, something's up. But they didn't do that. They did the furthest from that. They went polar opposite. Daryl, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. The Laundries went the polar opposite, and they shut down and did one more, even more vile thing. They lawyered up. These are vile human beings, and I don't care what anybody said. I'm not encouraging anybody to go and harass and annoy them, because I would never do that. I'm not doing that. We're having a conversation about the Laundries. And I feel that the obligation and the onus was on Chris Laundrie, that's Brian Laundrie's father, and Roberta, to go to the Petitos and go to the Schmidt family and say, hey, we have a problem here. Your daughter did not return with my son, and he is now laying his head down and going to bed every night without saying anything. But they took it even a third step further, ladies and gentlemen. They took it a third step further. They go out on a camping trip. They go out on a camping trip. Who does that? Morally, ethically, everything is wrong with what they did. Everything. It's a whole bowl of wrong. Emily Flotilia, thank you so much. I know I'm saying your last name wrong, and you got to send me a voice message and tell me exactly how to say it right. But thank you for the $10 super sticker. Much love and respect to you. Thank you. So I've just outlined 4 different things that the Laundrie family, Brian's parents, Chris Laundrie and Roberta, have done wrong by the Petito and Schmidt family. And for them to just think that this is okay. And I don't know what kind of stunt or what they're pulling with Chris going out to the Carlton Reserve and showing up and helping that one day. Latonia, thank you so much for the super sticker. I don't know what kind of stunt that they're pulling to try to, look good in the public eye. Jeep Girl, thank you for the super chat. Heck, I would trust you not to lose my daughter more than I trust myself. There you go. I don't know what stunt they're trying to pull or what kind of thing that they're being advised by their attorneys, whether they were genuinely coming to help the FBI and locals to find their son. I don't buy that. I don't buy that one bit. I don't buy it for a second. Dawn, thank you for the super sticker. That's a cute one. I appreciate that. Hello to everybody checking in. It rhymes with gorilla. Flotilla. Gorilla. Flotilla. Gorilla. Flotilla. I got it. Thank you. Thank you, Emily. I appreciate it. So again, the Laundrie family has made me things that make you go, They have successfully made me go, from the get-go, from day one. They made me go, right away. I just want to lower this a little bit. I feel like I'm getting a little too much of my trees in the background. Just a little bit of a piece of my backyard. Again, a real estate lawyer is just is going to give them advice. He probably practices in law as well, but You know, I don't know what some, if you go and look at real estate, if you look at lawyers' websites, sometimes that they handle different parts of the law. So again, they don't need them right now. They don't need that lawyer for anything because they're not being charged with anything. Their son is being charged with a federal crime with unauthorized use of a credit card. So he, when captured or when brought to justice, or however you want to say it, when Brian Dirty Laundrie is brought to justice, he will, in fact, need a criminal defense attorney, and he'll need a good one. So this this lawyer in Long Island, I don't know whether he will represent him or not. That remains to be seen. So again, the Laundrie family is exhibiting everything polar opposite of what a good family would do, a good human being would do. And you know what? I'm not saying this to rile everybody up. I'm not saying this to, you know, get a mob mentality going on against them. They are showing their true colors by every day being silent. And we heard Joe Petito call Brian Laundrie a coward. But he went a step further on the Dr. Phil show. By a show of hands, who here in the chat saw the Dr. Phil show? I'll put my hand up. I'll raise my hand up right away. Who watched the 2 episodes of Dr. Phil? Just by a show of hands, put a hand up in the chat, or just give me an indicator. I want to see how many people have seen it, how many people haven't. If you haven't seen it, put a number 2, because I'm curious about how many people outside the country did not get to see it. But it looks like a lot of people got to see it. Joe Petito, he was pretty outspoken about the Laundrie family, and also Jim Schmidt, Gabby's co-parents. You know, all 4 of them have made it very, very clear that they are disgusted with the fact that the Laundrie family failed to come forward. They said they sent numerous text messages, numerous voicemails, and numerous communications to them. All of them, every communication was not returned or answered. Now, I don't know about you, but that tells me quite a bit about the Laundrie family. It tells me quite a bit about them, because if you are that callous and that cold as a parent, if you're that cold and callous as a parent, and you do not return a phone call to a mom who's in a panic, to a dad who's in a panic, you're a special kind of evil. You're a special kind of evil. And I'm just calling it as I see it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm calling it as I see it. It's a special kind of disturbing when somebody goes that far and does something like that. You know, again, they are going to have to meet their maker at the end of their life. We all have to answer for what we do here on earth. And I'm a firm believer of that. And some of you may beg to differ, and I respect everybody. I respect everybody's opinions and feelings, but I feel strongly that we will have to answer to what we have done here on earth. And we'll all have to answer to something, sometime or another in all of our lives we've done wrong. And, you know, again, these folks are dirty, dirty Laundrie folks. I mean, it sounds, I mean, I don't even like to say it, but here I am saying it. These people are dirty, man. And I just don't get it. And that analogy that I gave you with my son's girlfriend at age 17 going on 18, and the way her father, who happens, his name happens to be Joe, and the way her father, my son's girlfriend's father, came to me and said, Ron, that's my baby, that's my pride and joy. You make sure that she makes it back home. I'm leaving her in your hands. I trust you. And I, right away, when this case came up, that was one of the first things I thought of. I thought about my friend Joe, who's the fire commissioner and the big kahuna. He's the big guy here in my town. And I made it a point. And he didn't have to say that to me, because I was going to watch her like a hawk anyways. But I made it a point to watch her even more closely. When they went out and did water sports and were out there on the beach in Aruba, I was not sitting on my lounge and closing my eyes and sleeping. If they were out in the water, I was watching them. So, thank you so much. Corporal D says there must be something bad because of their actions. It will eat away at them. Message agreed, my brother. Thank you. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I missed it. Angel P says, why do you think so much silence now? No protest, no vigil, no words from anybody. Because the family is letting the wheels of justice go. They're letting the wheels of justice roll. And you know what? I feel the long arm of the law will reach out and grab the Laundrie family. They're going to have to answer to this because, let me say this, if they in fact, and it's proven that they know or knew what happened, and their son confided in them, and it comes out, and they're able to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt, they will be charged with aiding and abetting, and harboring a fugitive. So, if it comes to that, that's what we'll be looking at. Timmy Acosta, good to see you. Thank you for joining the chat. Hello, Josher. Thank you for being here. Let me just know by a show of hands, who is new here for the very first time? If you're new in this live stream on this community, let me know by putting a 1 in the chat if you are new. If you're new, I'd like to say, or just put new. I'd like to say hello to all my new folks, and to my all returning folks, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Danielle, good to see you. Pink, hello Cheryl, hello Janelle, Holly, Richard, Nancy. Great to see everybody. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that. Let me slow this up so I can say hello to some people. Peggy is not new. Lisa Pizza. Hello, OTC. Good to see you. Sugarland, thank you for joining. I'm going back. Lisa Lynch, welcome in. Hello. Sierra, thank you for being new. Lori Satterfield, thank you for being here. JM, new. Hello, Pablo. Thank you for being new. KM and RJ, new. Joanne Hackett, new. Hello, Nancy Taylor. Jules Levine is new. Richard Peterson. A ton of new people. Guys, if you please would not mind, please consider subscribing to this channel. Hitting the notification bell. Go over to my website, DutyRon.com, where you will find all things DutyRon. Again, I'm a retired New York City police detective. I worked in the Fugitive Enforcement Division. Mary Williams, thank you for that super sticker. And thank you for always supporting. I worked in the Fugitive Enforcement Division, and we hunted down evil. So we went and brought people back to justice. I know what it takes to hunt somebody down. You know, again, I did it for a living for quite a long time in the Fugitive Enforcement Division over in the Warrant Squad. So I appreciate you guys joining. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Jules, thank you for that beautiful super sticker. Again, let me know what you think of the Laundrie family. Jules Levine, thank you for that super sticker. Thank you, Anna, Lily's mom, for the $20 super sticker. Appreciate that. Much love. I like to call those super chats super love. Thank you, Ann, for the super love. Appreciate the other $20 coming on in. Listen, guys, the Laundrie family, again, if there was nothing to hide and they had no problems with anything, if they felt that their son was not guilty, they would not have lawyered up on September 11th. When the police officers came from the Northport Police Department, they didn't say, hold on a minute, I got to go call my attorney. They had that attorney already retained, and they were ready. They knew that the police were coming because the Petito and Schmidt family were telling them by text message. They were receiving text messages from Gabby's parents. And they said this. I'm not just saying this. They said it on Dr. Phil. Gabby Petito's parents, both the Schmidts and Petitos, were texting the Laundries, we're calling the police. So they were getting the communications, but they were not acknowledging them. They didn't even care. Thank you so much, Brianna, for the super chat. Please ask who is aware of the Gabby Petito Foundation. Listen, I link it in every one of my live streams. You don't even have to say it here. Every description that I put up, every video I do, the Gabby Petito Foundation is linked in the description of all of my chats. Richard, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate the $10 super chat. Again, The Laundrie family had a heads up because there was a family that was texting them and calling them and leaving them messages and saying, "Where the F is my daughter? Why are you not calling me back?" And they told them on a message, "We are calling the police." So they had already had an attorney and they were one up on this whole thing. There's Oscar. There he is. That's part of the security detail on DutyRon. There he goes. There's Oscar, the little hot dog. He's 13 years old and he's a ball of fire. That's my security detail. You guys might actually get to see him take a dump right on camera here. Hopefully he does it in private so you guys don't get to see it. He's doing it behind the chair. He's doing his business in private. He's doing his business in private. So there he is. That's Oscar. You'll see him at the end of my outros. Oscar's doing his business and he'll start running away after he's completed his number 2. When he does his number 2, he runs. You'll see him, he'll run this way or maybe come running around. He always runs away. Yep, there he goes. Do I know my dog? Do I know that little bastard? He just took a dump and ran away. Anyways, let me reel it back in. Let me get this, let me reel this back in because Oscar just stole the show. Oscar just stole the show. So here he is. Here, my wife, before he goes in the house, takes out a wet wipe and he's peeing. He's peeing right on. Oscar, what are you doing? Why are you peeing right there? Oh my God. All right, I just got to get the hose out. I'll get the hose out and clean it up. The life of a dog. You just lift your leg wherever you want. Wow. He just stole the show. He just stole the show and he just pissed on the steps. Right there. Son of a gun. All right, okay. Let me take a peek at these comments. All right, Oscar stole the show. Thank you for the $25. Thank you for the treats for Oscar. Everybody's sending super chats for treats for Oscar. I'm gonna make sure he gets a whole bunch of treats, but I can't give him thanks and praise for what he did right here. He just took a leak on the pavers and on the bottom of the step. Wanda, thank you for the super sticker. Again, so this totally, this is what a live stream is all about. You know, who plans for Oscar to come out, do a number 2, and then he dropped the deuce, and then he dropped the piss right on my steps over here. Who plans this? I couldn't have, there's just no way. There's no way that this even is happening right now, but it did. All right. The Laundries had that heads up. Again, Laundries had the heads up and they had their attorney already retained and they knew the Northport police were going to come knocking at their door. In fact, the Petitos were told that the Laundries simply said, here, they handed them a piece of paper. Here, this is my attorney. Call my attorney. Here's my attorney. We have nothing to say to you. Okay? That's what they did. That was their interaction with the Northport police. And any good police officer, any good police detective, thank you so much for the super sticker. Super chat from Radar CP. DutyRon, would it have been legal for the FBI to put a tracker on Chris's truck when he was on the reserve? Why ask him out into the hiking trails, to go out in the hiking trails and do nothing with it? There's a lot of legal to that. You can't just put a tracker in someone's truck. You need to get a court order. You can't, the FBI can't just start putting trackers in trucks. So that's a whole nother conversation. But they handed them the piece of paper, the police, and said, we have nothing to say. This is our attorney. And once you invoke the Fifth Amendment, you cannot, as a police officer, as a detective, you cannot question anybody after that. It's over. It's a wrap. So that's where we are in this situation with Brian Laundries' family, with the parents. You know, I encourage all of you guys to have healthy conversations about this. I don't encourage mob mentalities. I'll never encourage people to go and bully. Outside of Cassie Laundrie's home, there are people with bullhorns. There are people demanding answers. I don't know if they're still out there now, But I don't ever, it's not a good look if you want to protest or make your voice your opinion. There's always places and times to do that. And again, I'm not in the business of wanting to scare little kids or innocent people or anybody for that matter. I do encourage invoking your right to free speech. There's no doubt about it. I'm not against the right to free speech, but I will say this. You know, our actions have consequences, and we always have to think about who we affect with our words. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to preach. I'm not trying to, tell you guys what you should and shouldn't do. But I'm telling you from my channel, from representing Crime Time with DutyRon, I would say bullying and the bully mentality and going after people who have nothing to do with an in fact alleged crime that occurred. That's not a good look on anybody. It's not a good look for any of us, and it doesn't do any good, I feel. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. Again, I encourage everybody to leave me comments. Go over to my social media, DutyRon.com, where you can find all things DutyRon. You can purchase these wristbands. That is for the EquiSearch Midwest fundraiser. $10 per wristband, and all of the funds, 100% of that $10 goes straight to EquiSearch. These are the people who I represent on the law enforcement liaison side who go out and search for the missing. Gabby Petito and the Gabby Petito case, EquiSearch Midwest was on standby, and Texas EquiSearch was on standby, ready to deploy drones to search for Gabby Petito. And these great people who run this nonprofit, they're all volunteers, and they go out and search. They were on the Christopher Ramirez case, the 3-year-old boy in Texas who went missing on Wednesday, and I had them on last night. And they told us a wonderful, wonderful story of a boy being returned after 3 days in the woods in Texas. So if you want to get behind and support a great organization, go over to DutyRon.com and please, please support the EquiSearch Midwest. So now I want to take a quick moment to look at the comments. They are going kind of fast, but I'm going to look at my secondary device. Retired NYPD, let's talk on the air together. Absolutely, send me a message on DutyRon.com and send me a message and we will get together. So let me look at some of the comments. Are you reading the comments, says Linda Hardy. I can't read the comments when I want to get a point across. I don't read the comments, but I read them at certain intervals in the live stream. So I'm going to look at the comments now. No, I have no knowledge of that. That was a funny question, but I have no knowledge of that. How did police react when they got the paper from the parents? They could not say anything. We say howdy here. Once they were told that they have an attorney, they couldn't say anything. I'm on a mobile device and I can't slow the chat down, Annie. I'm sorry. So let me look. I'm looking at the comments. Did EquiSearch find the boy? No. A landowner, Linda, found the boy, but they were searching for the boy. Ron, do you have an address to write up to the Petitos? I do have their home address, but I'm not going to give that out. You could write into the Gabby Petito Foundation, and they'll give you a P.O. box probably or something, but I'm not going to give out their home address. Thank you, Holly, for the thumbs up. Jen Lowe, thank you for being a moderator. I can't stop thinking about poor Gabby. Sean, we all can't stop thinking of her. You don't have to buy a pack of 5. You could buy 1. You just have to send me a message and let me know that you need 1. Thank you, Mr. Meaner, for the comment from Wales. Good to see you. I'm looking at the chat. Thank you. Annie, you're welcome. You're welcome. Did you give the link for the SOS hand signal? Purple, I did not. Send it to me and I will share that in my Discord group, and I actually will share it on my website. That's actually a great thing, and we'll talk about that soon. Mr. E. Maven, thank you, and happy birthday, Mr. E. Maven. EquiSearch is amazing. Thank you for... Hey, guys, if you buy these wristbands, I'm asking everyone to take a picture, take a selfie, send it to me, because I'm going to do a live stream and thanking everybody who bought these. Retired NYPD, he says. I am a retired NYPD detective. Um, Thank you, thank you. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed here today. I greatly appreciate that. God bless that man. God bless him. Yes. Yeah, Timothy, I agree 100%. I agree. Thank you, Linda. Thank you for being in here. Is the attorney hiding Brian? I don't think so. It's open to the public now, Carlton Reserve. I was not aware of that. I don't think he killed the ladies in Moab, Teresa, because they did a full investigation and they said that he is not responsible. Maybe they have some other perpetrator that they're looking at or other leads. But they ruled out Brian Laundrie in that in those two females, and that is terrible, horrible. I would say that very horrible, terrible situation when you have a double murder. I've been on many double murder scenes in my time. Poor Gabby says single mom of four. Yes. I personally, Angie, okay, that's a good question. People have asked me, do you feel Brian Laundrie's alive? For the longest time, I felt like he wasn't alive, but now, for some reason, I've changed. I actually think that he is still alive, and somebody's harboring him. I don't feel he's out in the Appalachian. I don't feel like he's out. I think he's being hidden somewhere, and if I'm right about that, whoever is hiding him is going to face some extreme charges as well. So I think I covered a lot of the questions. Hold on, somebody sent in a $15 super chat. Would the autopsy be able to determine if Gabby was pregnant? As a volunteer for battered women, I'm aware of how batters deal with pregnancies. I asked Barbara Butcher, that's the medical examiner that was on with us, and she said yes, they would be able to determine that. So the answer to that is yes, they would be able to determine that. Maybe if it's if she had just conceived within a day or two, maybe not. But if it was something that was a little further along, yes. Ron, do you know Brian Laundrie's cousin, Joe Laundrie, from Suffolk County, New York Police Department? There's no confirmation on that, Melinda. I have not gotten any confirmation on that, and I've actually looked into it. And I got nobody from the Suffolk County Police Department, and I have plenty of friends who are on that job. Nobody has confirmed that, and I will continue to look into that. But thank you for that question. Yes, Jules, poor girl, terrible. All right, guys, it's starting to get dark. It is sunset here in New York, so it's starting to get dark. I'm going to wish you guys a lot of love and respect. I hope you understand it's difficult to get to every single question in the chat, but I do this on every live stream. I get straight to the point. I try to stay on topic. I do get swayed by looking at the comments, so I've learned over my time. Now listen, I'm at over 100,000 subscribers. I've been doing live streaming for over 2 years. I've learned through trial and error, when I look at the comments while I'm trying to get out some of my message, it screws up the continuity of what I want to say. So understand that that's the only reason I ignore the comments for a period of time, and I still might wind up effing it up. My dog comes out and takes a crap, he takes a piss, things throw me off. So again, understand that I need to make some continuity here. I need to make it so I can get out the message, and I still seem to F that up. So again, I understand everybody wants me to listen to them and hear what they're saying, but it screws up everything if I don't get the point across. Thank you, Dawn, for the $5 super chat. Are you donating some of the proceeds from your channel to Gabby Foundation? That's a good question. And Dawn, you obviously, maybe you haven't been around a long time. I sent $1,000 to the Gabby Petito, to the Johnny Mack Foundation. I sent $1,000, I think, a day after I went to the funeral service. So $1,000 from my channel, from all of you. It's not just me, it's from everybody here. So I made a $1,000 donation to the Gabby Petito Foundation. And I plan to continue to donate, and I will donate more next month. So that was a great question, and I thank you, Dawn Smith, for asking that question, because unlike some other folks who might do videos about this content, I take, and it's not just for Gabby, I take it for Orrin and Orson West, the missing California City boys, I've donated over $11,000 to those missing boys. They're still outstanding. They've never been found. We hope to continue to look for them and find them. I sent over $11,000, and I have $4,000 on top of that for donation, for reward money. So we have a total of $15,000 for the Orrin and Orson West boys out in California City that I've donated from this channel. That comes from people, great people like you, and that's why I encourage you guys to subscribe and become part of this community so we can do good things together. I sent over a $500 donation to the Summer Wells Reward Fund. I sent $250 of my own money to that reward fund, so that's $750 to the Summer Wells Fund. I, continue to do such, for me, such good things, and it's our way of doing the right thing and paying it forward. So again, I appreciate everybody coming, enjoying, and participating in this community. I wish you a lot of love and respect, and as I always end these live streams, God bless the world, God bless the United States of America, and God bless each and every one of us here in the chat, and all victims of crime and their families, but especially the Petito family. We send them love, strength, and positive vibes. They need all of the support that they can get from the online community. Don't forget, their daughter was a YouTuber. She was a YouTuber. She was starting a YouTube channel. So go over to their channel, which I'll link down below, and get her channel to 1 million subscribers. Get behind and support this family, and support all families of missing and folks that are victims of crime. So you got to get behind these people, and there's only one way to do it, is by taking action. Love and respect from DutyRon. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace from New York. Thank you.